On the verdant slopes of Mount Ida, where the air was crisp and the streams sang a gentle tune, there lived a mortal prince of Troy named Ganymede, famed throughout the lands not for his royal lineage, but for a beauty that seemed to defy the very bounds of mortality. He passed his days in serene simplicity, tending to his father's flock of sheep. His form was a masterpiece of youthful grace, his features so perfectly sculpted they could rival the most exquisite statues carved by human hands. Little did he know, his extraordinary comeliness had not gone unnoticed, for eyes far more powerful than any mortals were watching him from a realm beyond the clouds. From his throne high atop Mount Olympus, Zeus, the king of all gods, cast his gaze across the mortal world. His eyes, which had seen empires rise and fall and mortals live and die, were suddenly arrested by the sight of the young shepherd on the mountainside. The god was utterly captivated. He had witnessed countless forms of beauty, both divine and mortal, yet nothing had ever stirred him quite like the sight of Ganymede. An intense desire, a divine infatuation, seized the mighty Zeus. He knew he could not simply admire this vision from afar. He had to possess this unparalleled beauty, to bring it from the fleeting world of mortals into the eternal halls of the gods. Driven by this sudden and overwhelming passion, Zeus devised a plan. Veiling his divine form, he underwent a magnificent transformation, morphing into a creature of breathtaking power and splendor, a giant golden eagle. With feathers that shimmered like the sun, and a wingspan that could cast a shadow over the entire mountain, he launched himself from the peak of Olympus. He descended with incredible speed, a golden streak against the brilliant blue sky, his sharp eyes fixed on the unsuspecting youth below. Ganymede, lost in the tranquility of his pastoral duties, remained blissfully unaware of the divine predator spiraling down from the heavens towards him. The great eagle reached the meadow, its approach silent as the wind itself. In a moment that blurred the line between terror and awe, the bird swooped down. Its powerful talons, though capable of crushing stone, were surprisingly gentle as they closed around the prince's slender frame. With a firm but careful grip, the eagle seized Ganymede, lifting him from the earth. The prince could only gasp as the ground rushed away beneath him, his flock scattering in confusion. Up, up they soared, through the wisps of clouds, and past the very peaks of the mountains, carried on a swift and unstoppable journey towards the celestial home of the gods. Their ascent ended in the gleaming, ethereal realm of Mount Olympus. As the eagle landed, it transformed back into the radiant and formidable figure of Zeus. Ganymede, bewildered and trembling, found himself standing before the assembled pantheon of gods and goddesses, who looked on in stunned silence. Zeus, his voice resonating with divine authority, yet softened with affection, explained his actions. He offered the mortal prince a life beyond his wildest dreams, an escape from the inevitable decay of human life. He would become the official cupbearer to the gods, a position of great honor, and in return, he would be granted the gift of immortality. Awed by the splendor of his new surroundings and the magnanimity of the king of gods, Ganymede accepted the extraordinary offer. He took up his new role with grace, serving the divine nectar and ambrosia that sustained the gods' eternal lives. True to Zeus's promise, he was granted everlasting youth, his peerless beauty forever preserved, never to be touched by the ravages of time. In a final act of devotion, and to commemorate the boy he so admired, Zeus placed Ganymede's image among the stars, creating the constellation of Aquarius, the water-bearer, an eternal testament to the mortal prince who captivated a god and ascended to the heavens.